Hey, I am Ajit, and on this channel, I take interview of web development candidate to help other to prepare and grow. If you would like me to take your personal interview, feel free to fill out the form or email me directly. Link are in the description. Also, if you are interested in my personal web development note that I personally use and update weekly, you can buy or download them using the link below. Want them for free? Just give an interview, then I will share the full access to you. In these notes, you will get 500 plus questions of full stack developer with proper explanation and very accurate answer, which will help you to crack any interview. With 12-week proper front-end developer roadmap and company list. Also, I have attached DSA questions for front-end developer, how much DSA you will need if you are aiming for high package. These all things are in one single notes, and the best part is that I am updating these notes regularly, so you will always up to date. Tell me what is JSX in React?
So JSX basically is a syntax where we can write our JS JavaScript in where we can write our HTML code in a JavaScript file.
Okay. And what is component in React?
So component is basically a basic building block of any UI, and each component represent responsible for own logic.
Okay. And what is the difference between props and state?
So props is a basically is a property read only input which is passes from the parent component to the child component. This is a props, and states is a built-in object where we can store a local data in our component.
And what is props?
So props is a read only data type data input where we can pass a data from parent component to the child component.
Okay. Okay, that's correct. And what is the difference between virtual DOM and the real DOM?
So virtual DOM is a light-weighted and copy of original DOM, which is React keep in a memory. When any component or when any state and props change, then React create a virtual DOM and compare to the original DOM and update only that part which is needed to change.
Okay. So, do you know what is hook?
Hooks is a built-in function with the help of hook we can use state and other feature which is given by a React.
Okay. So, how many hook are there?
So there is first one is a use state and use ref and use context, use reducer, use memo like this.
Okay. So, what is the difference between use state and use reducer?
So use state and use reducer both are same, but only difference is this uh, when we use state basically remember the value when remember the values when state change and reuse user manage a state manager to use users are uh, is also manage the state management also manage a state management if if we have a more complex logic, then we have to use use user as compared to the use state.
Okay, so how can we find that our code is or our project is complex? So we need to use reducer. Where we can, how can we
So if
identify
if
where we need to
if
use?
I think sir, if our application is large and we have to manage a uh, we have to manage more complex logic.
Yeah, that what I want to know. What large? How can I identify my project is large or small? Is there any criteria or limit? Like use state only handle two state, yeah, four state.
Yes, sir. So, for example, sir, if we are building a food ordering app, it's a large project. Then and we have to pass data from one component to another component, and there is many components to pass data. Then we will use reducer. I
Okay.
think so, sir. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So I want Fatima to build one component here. Okay, in React. Okay. You have two questions. First one is like whether you want to build one hide and show button.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
You have one text. Okay, and one
Hmm.
button. You need
Hmm.
whenever I click on that button,
Hmm.
show and hide that text. Okay.
Okay.
First question is this, and the second question is this: if you want another question to pursue, there is build something like that where my count start with zero, okay,
Hmm.
and that count goes to up to 50, okay,
Hmm.
on every 5 seconds. Sorry, 2 seconds, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so
Hmm.
on at until 50.
Okay. Yeah.
Build any one of them.
Can I build first one?
What?
First one?
Huh.
Okay. So can I run this?
Yeah. Click on run. Yeah.
So this one.
Click again. Yeah. That's great.
Can I remove this?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I have sent one question in chat. Okay. Just copy from there and paste it.
Where is the chat?
In
So,
meeting
okay,
chat. Yeah.
okay, okay.
Click on got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Now click on it.
Sir,
Remove,
where
remove,
I have to paste?
remove complete code from line number 4 to line number 14.
Okay, 4 to
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's it. Remove and paste. Yeah.
okay.
Now tell me what will be the output.
Okay, sir. Mission update. Item. Sir, where I have to declare any state, how can we value of num? There is
What?
no value of sir. Where is the value of num?
Hmm.
Because sir, I think it will be error.
No. This is the code. This is a complete code.
Set num. Set num. This. Sir, here we have not defined where is set num. So how can we get value of num?
Uh, I think you did not copy the complete code. Go on chat.
Okay, okay, sir.
Mm,
Okay, sir. Sorry, that's why.
okay.
Let's see. Right. Okay. Sir, it will give 0 plus 1, 1 and 1 and 3, sir.
See, there is one button also in line number 12.
Yes, when we click on button, num is basically starting from 0 plus 1, 1. So when we click a button, we will get 1 and again we will click 3. We get.
Okay, so are you sure?
Mm, so 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
I'm not sure, sir. But num
Where is
plus
the button?
1. There is a button on click. Click. This one.
So
When we.
just tell me when I click to button, what will be the what will happen?
Sir, there is. Yes, there is no any text. How can we get any value of UI?
There is one text na, in line number 13. Num.
And number. Okay, okay, okay. Now, then we have to get in. If we will click on button in first time, we will get value of 1.
And again click, what will happen?
Again, when we click two, sir.
And again clicking, what will happen? See,
Zero.
see, on line number 12, when we click on
Hmm.
the button, our
Hmm. In first time we will get one. If you will click second time, then we will get two. I think so, sir, but I'm not sure.
okay, run the code.
Okay.
0. Click on the button. 2. Again click. This will increase by 2. Okay. Every time you click, this will increase by 2. Because
Sir,
we
but
have
sir, sir, but what about set line number seven? Num plus one.
line number 7 and line number 8. We have
Hmm.
same code, but line number 8
Hmm.
override line number 7.
Okay, sir. Okay. I remember
Okay.
this. Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. I remember. Code will be override if we override again.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I have sent another question in chat. Okay. Just copy from there. Yeah, this one. And tell me the what will be the output.
Sir, if we run this code, value will be B
B by.
because then we have used use effect and use effect basically sir, handle a side effect in our code. When a value will be changed, this is a dependency array. When a dependency array change, then logic, our effect logic will be re-rendered.
Okay.
So that's why the value will be B
Are you sure? Why not A?
because A is the initial value,
Okay.
and when dependency array change, then components will be re-rendered.
Uh,
So here value will be changed.
Tell me the final output. What you are expecting.
B, sir.
Okay. Run the code.
Wait, sir. Value is equal.
Maybe we got an error.
Sir, A.
Okay. Run the code. There is B. Why? Where is A? Don't listen to
Mm,
me. Just be confident on your answer. Okay.
mm, sir,
Your your previous explanation was right. Okay. A
mm.
is initial value.
But I am not getting. This points when in line number 7, value will be b,
Yeah.
but when dependency change, so it will be changed.
When the
No.
dependency call use effect,
Hmm.
okay, use effect will
Hmm.
be okay. Then in inside use effect we have set value b. Then
Hmm. Yes, sir.
the value will be update to the b. Got it?
Hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hmm.
Okay. I have sent one more question in chat for the React. Okay. Do you know what is set timeout and set interval?
Yes, both have JavaScript. Both have functions. Uh, set timeouts execute a function once after a specific time, and set interval repeated a function after for a specific time interval.
Okay.
Set interval.
So here we are using set interval, right?
Hmm. So where we have defined value of c.
What?
C set count c is equals to c plus 1.
C value is initial value 0. C on line number 5.
Num- so there is a count c. Acha, okay, this is a variable. Okay. Hmm. Uh, in every 1 second, first will be print um, so first will be print 1, then after 1 second it will be print
Okay.
2,
2. Okay.
after 1 second it will be print 3, and so on. And there's a clear interval, means we have to stop interval.
Okay. So according to you, first will be 1, ਫਿਰ 2, after 3, right?
That's
Every 1 second.
but
1.
but here we have used a clear interval, means it will be uh, it should be stopped
When? When our
after
count
after 1 second, sir. I think so.
after 1 second, then our answer will be 1. Initially value 1, it will change to okay. Then stop, right? That what are you
Uh,
saying?
no, sir. It will print after 1 second 1, and there will be no further proceed.
Tell me again.
So after 1 second, it will print 1,
Okay.
and after printing 1, there will be no proceed.
Okay. So there is no use of set interval there.
But
There is
here we have yes, sir. But here we have used a clear interval now.
clear interval used for the beautification, or we can say the or to remove the previous part. To if countdown is increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hmm.
If
Yes, sir.
don't if you don't
So,
use,
when we will stop, if we
maybe
use
never,
clear interval,
maybe never.
in this case,
Yeah.
so then 1, then after 1 second 2, then after 1 second 3.
Why it start with a one? Why not zero?
because in line number 8 we have to increase 1. That's why.
But the initial value is zero, no?
Yes, the initial value is 0, but our components is re-rendered again and again.
Okay. Okay. So your final output will be it start with the one and so on go one two three four five. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the code. Where is the output? It starts with a zero. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And is continue going. Okay. It never stop. This is
Seven step.
yeah.
I,
Tell me.
I'm confusing only in this part, sir.
See, because
Written, clear, interval, interval.
yeah, we are using here because see, currently we are in line 31. Okay, we are moving to 32. If we don't use clear interval, okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
maybe your we are previous count also visible. Like we are moving upward. Okay, 42.
Okay, 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 okay.
It
I'm
helped to
understand.
yeah, it helped
Okay,
to clear the previous one. Okay,
okay, okay.
okay. So what is use memo?
So, use memo basically used for performance optimization, and it's memorize a basically it's used for memorize a function. I think.
Use memo used to memorize the function. Then what will the use of the use callback?
Okay, sorry. I'm confused. There. Use callback memorize a function, but use memo. Use for memorize as a count in a dependency array. If we have any variable, if we use any variable uh, in in our dependency array,
Use
memorize a calculation. Memorize a calculation.
yeah, that's the right word.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you know what is Redux?
Redux is a third-party library for managing state management.
Okay. So what is the difference between use context API or Redux?
So, use context is a better way to pass data from parent component to the nested child component. Is a solution of Bob drilling.
So what is prompt drilling?
So, can I explain with the help of example?
Yeah.
Hmm. So, for example, if you have a parent component, then we have a we have a grandparent component, and we have a parent component, and we have a child component, and we have to pass data from grand. We want to pass data from grandparent component to the child component. Then we cannot directly pass our data from grandparent component to the child component, and we have to pass data from grandparent component to the parent component. Then we have to pass the child component. So
Okay.
this process is known as a pod training.
Okay. So let's move to the previous question. What is the difference between use context and the Redux? If we have use context, so why were you using Redux?
So I think so Redux. If you use Redux, uh, Redux help us to manage the state as compared to the use context. So I have heard about this, but I am not used Redux.
Okay. So you never use Redux.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So what is the life cycle method?
So life cycle method is used in a class component basically.
Can you explain the life cycle method?
Sorry, sir. I
Okay,
can't explain like
no problem, Fatima. Okay, let's move to JavaScript. Okay, just open any JavaScript online compiler.
JavaScript compiler, sir.
Yeah,
This one?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what is cohesion in JavaScript?
What's the? Repeat again.
Cohesion.
Horizon?
Cohesion.
Sir, I'm not listening what are you saying. Origin?
Yeah.
No, sir. Sorry. I don't know.
Okay. So, what is the difference between normal function and the arrow function?
So a normal function defined with the help of function declaration, and arrow function is a ES6 features given by ES6 features, and normal function declared with the help of function keyword, and arrow function we can in arrow function we can save our function in a variable, and function normal function have this own keyword, while arrow function doesn't have this own keyword like this. And one more difference between a normal function and arrow function is this: normal function can be hoisted, but arrow function can't be hoisted.
Okay. So, what is the difference between var, let, and const?
So that is a older way of declaration of variable, and the let and const is a ES6 feature. Var can be updated and can be redeclared and can be hoisted, and let and const let can be updated but can't be redeclared, and const is can't be updated, can't be redeclared. Where is a functional scope, while let and const is the block scope variables.
Okay. So, just remove this code. Yeah. And create one array. Okay.
Hmm.
Create one array with the number 7 6 5 4.
Number 7,
7 comma 6
6, comma
comma
4,
5 comma 4.
5. Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to reverse this array without using any inbuilt function.
So check this.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. I have sent one question in chat. Okay. Let's focus from there. Tell me the output.
Okay, sir. So in both cases, answer will be false.
Why?
So because both are arrays, and basically arrays are objects, and objects are referenced by copied by their reference, not by their values.
Okay.
So that's why answer will be false in both cases.
Okay. That's great. Run the
Can
code.
I run this?
Yeah, yeah, run the code. Okay. I have sent another question. Okay. Complete. So, let no. That's correct. This, yeah. Last two line.
Answer.
Last two line.
So in first case, mm, so in first one true, and second one will be false.
Why?
So null is only a data type uh, which is if, null is only data type with the undefined always give true, because behind the scene javascript uh, javascript convert the type.
Okay. So, what is the difference between double equal to and triple equal to?
So
Is there any?
double equal to operator only check the values, not check the data type. But triple equal is a loosely equality type operator, while triple equal to operator is a strict equality operator, because this operator check values as well as data type also.
Okay. So, run the code.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. First one, second one.
that's great. Okay. So, what is hosting in JavaScript?
So hosting is a phenomenon in JavaScript where we can access the variable from its declaration.
Okay. Can you give me any example?
So yes, sir, I can do. Here, sir, we can get a undefined, because where can be hosted. But if we will use let or const, we will get reference error, because let and const is a hosted but in a different way, because let and const go to the temporal dead zone. Temporal dead zone is basically the time being between the when let and const variable is a hosted, and when they initialize the value. So between the time is known as a temporal dead zone.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, so what is event bubbling in JavaScript?
So event bubbling means event first occur on the target element, then it's goes to then it goes to bubble up, then it goes to the parent element. For example, if you have grain parent element, then inside the grain parent element we have a parent element, and inside the parent element we have a child element. And if we use event bubbling, then event first occur on the child element, then it goes to up, goes to event occur on the parent element, then it goes to the grandparent element.
Okay. So tell me what is the difference between async await and the promises?
Yes, sir.
Difference between promises and the async await.
Okay. Sir, both are used for the handle asynchronous operation in a JavaScript. Promises is an object that represent the eventually completion or failure of any operation, async operation. While async await is also handle asynchronous operation, but async await is a better way to handle asynchronous operation.
Okay. So that's the only difference between them.
Other
Is there any technical difference?
technical difference between them. So promises hold the data, future data, hold the future data, which is it's a placeholder
Okay.
to hold the data which will become on future. But async the way to in a function we use async, then we get also promise, but we have to sure we will proceed. Uh, we will proceed further when we have to sure we have a data. Sorry, sir, I can't explain more.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, so just tell me what is event loop?
Event loops are event loop is a way to handle async data. Uh, Basically, event loop send a callback from callback send a callback to the call stack when call stack is a free.
Okay, so what is the difference between map, filter, and reduce?
So map, filter, and reduce when we want to transform a array, means we want to change a new array, we want to create a new array, then we will use map, filter, and reduce method. And map method, we will execute a callback each and every item. And in in a filter method, filter method basically use give a filtered array on the given some conditions, and reduce method gives a single value.
Okay, just create a array in a code. Create any random value, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to duplicate these array by using map, like 7 into 7, 8 into 8, 9 into 9 square.
7 to 7. Okay, okay. Means we want to square.
Yeah,
Okay.
by using map.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, run the code. Yeah, and now in place of map, if I use filter, what will be happen?
So if you use filter or in the place on the place of map, basically it will give a true or false value if the condition is true. But here
False.
is condition. Yes, sir.
Um, what are you saying?
So if you use filter on the place of map, then it will be give a boolean value, true or false. But here is all condition will be true. So I think, sir, uh, we will get the same value, 789.
Done the
Can I
code?
understand?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's correct. Okay, so what is the difference between slice and splice?
So slice method, basically if we want to extract any part of the array, then we do slice method. And slice method we can add and remove any value of any value from any index. And slice method give a shallow copy basically, and splice method modify the original array.
Okay. So what is the difference between shallow copy and the deep copy?
So shallow copy only copies the top level most properties. Means if but nested object nested values still refers to the main object or values. But in a deep copy, give a independent clone. Means nested object will not reference to the main object. Give an independent clone of the original one.
Okay. Can you give me any example for the shadow clone of the deep?
Okay, so
Can you explain what are you doing?
I want to change value of this one. Okay, 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 wait. Mm, yes, sir. Only this one, shallow copy.
Okay. What will happen when we click on run?
Yes, sir.
When we click on run button, what will happen? What will the output?
Answer will be same.
Okay. Run the code. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Okay. So, Fatima, have you ever used GitHub?
Yes, GitHub.
Okay.
Yes, I
So,
have pushed my code on GitHub.
yeah. Okay. So, tell me five GitHub command.
So git git add dot git commit hyphen m git push origin and whatever we have a development branch and git hyphen the branch name any.
That's great. So, what is closure in JavaScript?
So basically closure is a function which is binds with this lexical environment. Means we can say closure is a function which is remember the outer variable of the function even after the execution of the outer function then then variable will be remembered by the closure.
Okay. And what is currying in JavaScript?
So basically currying is a technique in a javascript where we can where uh, multiple arguments currying is a technique in a JavaScript where multiple arguments converted into a single argument and we have to pass one by one argument in each and every function.
Okay. So, in CSS, what is box shadow? What is box model?
So box model basically sir in a HTML our HTML element considered as a just like a box and box having content basically content and border padding and margin. This is called box model.
Okay. So, what is the difference between padding and the margin?
So padding is space between the border and margin, and margin is a space between the two elements, different two elements.
Okay. And how many types of positioning are there?
So there is five types of positioning. By default, the static position and relative position. If an element has an position relative, then it's relative to itself. And if
Okay.
and other is a absolute positioning. If element has no position absolute, then it will be relative to its closest ancestor and it's removed from the document flow. And other is a relative sticky fixed positions and sticky. Fixed position relative to its relative to viewport of the page, and stickies behave like a relative, but after the reach the threshold means after the after the taking the given exact values, then it behave like a fixed position.
Okay. So, what is the difference between visibility hidden and display none?
So visibility hidden means our element removed from the document flow, but it take a space. But while if we none means element will be removed, but it will not take a place on the web page.
Okay. So, what is the use of iframe in HTML?
Frame basically is embedded other document in our HTML used for that.
Okay. And what is your local storage and session storage?
So local storage store our data after the closing the tab. While session storage, if you're closing the tab, our data will be lost.
Okay. And meta tag?
So meta tag basically store our information about our page. We use uh, meta tag basically used for the search engine optimization and search basically, and we can write author and keywords like this in a meta tag.
Okay. So what is the difference between strong tag and the B tag?
B tag.
Yeah.
Answer means B tag is a bold means we want to text only bold, but
Okay.
strong tag basically tell it's a important text.
Okay. That's great. So how can you add tooltip by only use HTML?
Yes, sir.
How
What's
can you use add tooltip in HTML? Do you
sir?
know?
I'm not.
Okay, okay.
No, sir. I'm not using this. I'm not used.
Do you know what?
Toolkit, na?
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what is tooltip?
No, sir. I am not used.
Okay, no problem. So what is the difference between HTML and HTML5? The
So,
previous version.
okay, okay. So, HTML and HTML5. HTML5 is a latest version of HTML, and HTML5 introduced a new feature like video tag, audio tag, like this, and we can draw graphics with the help of HTML5, but we can't draw graphic in HTML. And one is the most different between HTML and HTML5 is this: we can run a JavaScript behind the scene in a browser in a HTML5, but we can't run a JavaScript in HTML behind us. So,
Okay, Fatima, that's it from my side. Okay.
okay, sir. Sir, can you give me any feedback?